Live, CBS Tonight.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to explain to you, Henry. Simon's gone. Gone, as in he went to work at Java Underground last night and he never came home. I need you to help me find a way to keep him here. Because... Oh, you wouldn't know love if it crawled between the sheets with you. Oh, another pregnancy. That's brilliant, Henry. You are losing it. Your ideas are about as old and empty as your heart. Forget it. I'll find my own way to keep that fresh. Yes, that's a great tip. Thank you, Margot. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye. Simon, I was so worried. Are you okay? Where have you been?
I was beat after I finished my shift, so I crashed at the Java's back office.
Oh.
Sorry if you're worried. Alrighty, I gotta start packing.
Packing? As in leaving town for good packing?
You knew this was coming. There's no point delaying the inevitable. Sooner or later, this had to end.
What about Isaac? Don't you still owe him?
I clocked enough hours last night to pay him back the last of the bail money, so there's nothing holding me here.
What about everything else? Bert. Bert, you can't just walk out on this job and leave him without
Bert
anyone.
will probably be glad to see the back of me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He can't stop me, and neither can you. I'm out of this town for good.
No, Barbara Ryan isn't home right now. No, I don't know when she'll be back. No, there's no one else in charge of the household.
Yuck.
Oh, just eat it and don't...
This is a CBS News special report. Dan Rather reporting from CBS News World Headquarters in New York. Good afternoon. President Bush is about to appear in the White House Rose Garden to make a statement about the U.S. Navy spy plane and its crew held by the Chinese government. While we wait for the president to appear, here's the latest. Mr. Bush has been briefed on today's 40-minute meeting between U.S. diplomats and the 24-member crew detained on Communist China's Hainan Island. Secretary of State Colin Powell said earlier today he hopes this is the beginning of the end of this incident, but China still insists the U.S. is to blame for the collision with a Chinese jet fighter and is demanding an apology. In the background of this is a presidential decision due in about a month about whether to allow some especially sophisticated U.S. naval ships to be given to Taiwan. That's in the background as we await President Bush's statement. By the way, there are to be no questions, just a statement.
Good afternoon. I want to report to the American people, and especially to the families involved, that I've just talked with Brigadier General Seelock, who earlier today met with our 24 men and women in China. The general tells me they are in good health, they suffered no injuries, and they have not been mistreated. I know this is a relief to their loved ones and to all Americans. Our crew members expressed their faith in America, and we have faith in them. They send their love to their families. They said they're looking forward to coming home, and we are looking forward to bringing them home. This is an unusual situation in which an American military aircraft had to make an emergency landing on Chinese soil. Our approach has been to keep this accident from becoming an international incident. We have allowed the Chinese government time to do the right thing. But now, it is time for our servicemen and women to return home. And it is time for the Chinese government to return our plane. This accident has the potential of undermining our hopes for a fruitful and productive relationship between our two countries. To keep that from happening, our servicemen and women need to come home. Thank you very much.
As was stated in advance, there would be no questions. The president simply made his statement. Let's go now to CBS News White House correspondent John Roberts in the Rose Garden. John.
Well, as you heard the president say, Dan, he has been giving the Chinese a couple of days to come to what the National Security Council told us yesterday was their interpretation of the right decision, and that is to release the 24 crew members of that EP-3 Orion plane and as well release the aircraft. Now that it's been going on for some 3 days, the president is of the mind that it's time that the Chinese got in gear and got things moving. So, Dan, his statement today, though measured in terms of the status of the crew members and the prospects for them coming home, certainly sending a clear message to China in public that it's time to send the crew members home and it's time to release the aircraft. And, Dan, this is also happening on two levels. We have these statements in public, but behind the scenes, the administration, we're told, is putting even more pressure on the Chinese to do as they say, the right thing. Dan?
John Roberts at the White House noting that so far as we know, and we think we would know if it had happened, President Bush has not talked to the very top of the Chinese leadership. We're also told that David Martin at the Pentagon has been informed that various sources report that there are lots of activity around the aircraft. Let's go to David Martin at the moment for some more details. David?
Dan, U.S. spy satellites are trained on the Chinese military base where this plane is being held, and they have watched as there has been an increasing level of activity around this plane, and in fact parts of the plane are now covered with tarps while the Chinese do something underneath those tarps, and nobody has any doubt what that something is. They are taking that plane apart piece by piece, mining an intelligence bonanza, because this plane was crammed with electronic gear that the U.S. used to eavesdrop on Chinese military communications as it flew along the coast of China. And now China is getting a look at that equipment, seeing how the dials were set. This is an incredible intelligence breakthrough for the Chinese, and I'm sure it's one of the reasons the Chinese are dragging their feet so much in trying to resolve this incident, because the longer they have that plane, the more they can exploit it.
David Martin at the Pentagon. 3 days and counting. The Chinese have the plane and the 24 Americans aboard that aircraft. President Bush emphasizing this afternoon through various ways that they have not been mistreated, that they're okay. However, the president, upping his language somewhat, has said it's now time for the Chinese to return the aircraft and the American military members. The president did not say what, if anything, he and the United States will do if the Chinese do not do that. There'll be more about all of this on your local news plus full coverage on tonight's CBS Evening News. And if any news breaks out in between, we'll break in. For now, Dan Rather at CBS News World Headquarters in New York.
For news 24 hours a day, CBS.com on the internet and on our interactive partner, America Online, at keyword CBS News.
It's Keebler Club crackers. Light, buttery taste that works magic with dips, salads, everything. Life's tastier when you join the club.
Club's taste makes it great.
Irresistible.
Join the club.
Fight wrinkles all day with Rock Retinol Active Pure Day. It protects against sun damage with SPF 15, and Rock visibly reduces the appearance of wrinkles by 40% in 12 weeks. Rock, we keep our promises.
What's new with Blue?
We're looking for Blue.
It's Freeze Dance time with Freeze Dance Blue, and introducing Periwinkle.
Freeze! Dance! Freeze! Dance!
Kids can play the Blue's Clues way.
You want incredible color.
But you also want incredible hair.
Intense color, lasting color.
Color that loves your hair.
Hydrians. Incredible color that's incredibly gentle.
Its unique water-based color cream hydrates your hair with pure permanent color.
Nothing penetrates deeper to cover gray better or last longer.
But hydrants won't shock your hair.
So you get
color that's rich
and shining.
Hydrians by Clairol. A beauty all your own.
I have to call my mom.
Your mom?
Yo, yo, yo! Calling home is cool. When you dial 1-877.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
How Martian Zigbee Dorlu eats her Reese's. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
What if the daily supplement was clinically shown to work on both sides of PMS, physical and emotional? It's true. I did the research. I suspected that calcium affected hormone balance. We used one specific calcium.
New Calcium for Life, PMS, from Tums. So unique, it's patented.
The results? A significant decrease in physical and emotional symptoms. It has a dramatic effect on women. Changes their lives.
Tums Calcium for Life, PMS.
A deceptive new drug is putting college women in danger.
It is the perfect rape weapon.
An all-new 48 Hours investigation tonight.
A weight loss plan that could work wonders tomorrow on The Early Show.
I don't understand. Why do you have to leave today?
Come on, Katie, there's no reason for me to stay. There's nothing left for me here.
What about me? Your wife?
I'm sure Bert will let you stay here until you find another place.
That's not what I'm talking about. How am I going to explain this to the INS?
Easy. Desertion, irreconcilable differences. And a huge percentage of marriages fail within the first year, you know? We were just victims of statistics.
No. This could have worked. You just never really gave it a shot.
Okay, well, we'll get an annulment. You know, your brother-in-law, he's a lawyer, isn't he? Get him to draw up the papers.
And then what? I don't even know where you're going.
I'll send you my address from wherever I land, and you can forward me the papers there. Look, an annulment will give you a clean slate, Katie. You can start over. That's it.
Wait!
What?
I have to talk to you first.
I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to stand here and listen to another course of let's give it a chance because I've had enough.
Oh, you are so full of yourself. It's not what I wanted to talk to you about.
All right. Well, the fact is, I got nothing left to say. I messed up.
No, the fact is, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to listen. While I, tell you about yourself.
All right, fine. Go. Hit me. You got 2 minutes.
You know, okay. Frankly, this dark, brooding, evasive behavior of yours is really boring. I mean, your attitude reeks. You're probably the most miserable person in the entire world, and now you're gonna pack up all your toys and leave town? Like, you're the only guy who's ever had his heart stomped on? You know, to tell you the truth, you're gonna be miserable wherever you go because you're gonna be carrying around that 10-ton attitude of yours. You know, the way I see it, you pretty much survived your own castaway story, which is huge on its own. And then without so much as a blink of an eye, you started a new life. And you got a pretty decent job. And that would make most normal people jump for joy, but not you. Oh no, you're Mr. Depressive. Always walking around moping about something. Oh, poor me, I lost my big diamond. Oh, poor me, I lost Lily Snyder. Oh, poor me, I don't know how to get rid of Lucinda Walsh. You know, I doubt that you could actually survive 24 hours without being all mopey about anything. Is that a smile? A little itty-bitty smile. I wish I had a camera.
All right. Okay. You made your point.
All I want to say to you before you walk out that door is the only time I've ever seen a smile on your face was when you were with me. Of course, it's usually because I did something stupid, but you have to admit, any fun you've had in the last few months, you have me to thank for. So, go ahead. I'm waiting.
I don't want you to worry. I'm going to make this right. I don't want you to have to go through what Lucy and my mom and I went through. It's time. It's time that my dad got what's coming to him.
Brian, I love that you want to help. I really do. I don't see what you can do to help, especially when my own father couldn't convince my mother to end this.
It's easy. We don't have to convince your mother of anything. We just concentrate on my dad and we get him to show his true colors.
How?
Go for his weakness. Women.
I don't get it.
I've already got a plan. Gabriel and I thought that we would go and map this thing out and do it.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Not that weirdo that almost landed you in jail.
Jen, you haven't even heard me out yet. Just listen.
I don't want to hear what you have set up. Just end it. Okay, now.
Look, I know Gabe makes you nervous.
Yeah, and he ought to make you nervous too, Bryant. You were the one who fell for a scam the first time.
That is before I got to know him.
Look, I just don't want you getting involved with Gabriel and Ruby again. Scamming is their life. I don't see how they can help us with this. In fact, I'm gonna go see Craig now, myself.
And what good is that gonna do? He's in twisty words, he's in a mess with your mind.
Thank you so much for your confidence.
Well, the direct approach doesn't work with him.
Well, at least let me try.
Okay, then, when that doesn't work?
If that doesn't work?
It's a big if. If that doesn't work, we go to plan B, right?
All right. Well, I might as well go see him now, since I'm not going to school. Yeah, and it's probably late enough that I won't run into her.
I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna wait in the lobby just in case you need me.
Thanks, Brian. It's sweet. But I can take care of Craig.
What do we do now?
Oh, patience, my little gem.
Is he helping us?
For a small fee, yes. Once we know what Craig's plans are for today, we'll work our schedule around his.
I still think this is risky. Craig is not green like his son. He can smell a scam a mile away.
As well, you think too much, don't you? What do yourself a drink?
It's not even noon yet.
That's right, you stretch those money-making legs, but relax. Plan for every possibility. Believe me, Montgomery is prey to the same things all men are prey to. We'll have him right where we want him.
Sorry you had to hear about Julia this way. Wouldn't have brought it up so cavalierly.
No, I am glad that you told me. I just hope that you don't mind if I head over to the hospital today instead of staying here and working on our plans.
No, you're her friend. It's wonderful, and I want you to be all the wonderful things that you are. Oh, by the way, do you have those papers you wanted me to sign?
I do, actually. I also have a modicum of tact, and I just didn't think it was a very good idea to bring up that kind of thing while we were working on our plans.
Well, I want to do whatever I gotta do to make you Mrs. Craig Montgomery.
Who would have thought legalese would be such a turn-on?
Torts and assets.
Paul overnighted them to me. I haven't even looked at them myself.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to see them right now?
I've made peace with the subject. I have. Why don't you leave them here? By the time you get back from seeing Julia, they'll be signed.
How did I get so lucky?
I asked myself the same thing.
I'll call you later. I love you, Craig.
Craig, listen, I'm glad you picked up. Can you meet me downstairs in the bar in about 20 minutes to talk over this prenuptial dealing? Yeah, you gotta find me some wriggle room here. I've worked much too hard on this for it to blow up in my face.
Hold on to your shower cap. There's a new zest in town. New Energy Rush Zest. With the power of pure plant extracts. Smell the energy. Refreshing, clean rinsing zest. New Energy Rush Zest. You've got clean, baby. Zestfully clean.
Quilted Always Ultra. With 6 times more absorbency than women normally need. Quilted Always Ultra. Always clean, always dry, always great protection. And for great protection without wings, try new Always Ultra Longs.
preserve the clothes you love.
Okay, Charlie. Time for bed. I'm not kidding, mister. Charles, I'm really not kidding.
With double the cream.
I am counting to 10.
It's double the licks.
1, 2...
Double stuff, only from Oreo. Walt Disney Pictures presents...
Is this spot taken?
A bird who thinks he's a dog.
I'm not a bird. I'm a Rottweiler.
And a dog who's trying to earn her spots.
Can you dig it?
Disney's 102 Dalmatians. Own it on video and Disney DVD.
Brain damage. Heart damage. Death. Some of the most dangerous drugs aren't on the street. They're under your sink. Protect your kids. Tell them never to sniff inhalants. Because just one time can kill. Set rules. Be firm. They'll listen.
Is it really that difficult to say one simple thank you?
Whoa! Talk about egos. What, you think you are solely and singly responsible for putting fun into my life?
We did have some good times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. You know, a quick marriage, a sham honeymoon, lying to me about being pregnant. Now, yeah, that was a barrel of laughs.
Okay, so my tactics were a little off, but I did it all for you.
It is amazing how you can turn the oldest trick in the book into a selfless act.
Were you or were you not about to run off again with Lily Snyder? I had to save you from yourself, Simon, because as it turned out, she didn't want you anyway.
Oh, well, thanks for pointing that out to me again.
Admit it. If you just would have listened to me from the beginning, it would have saved you a lot of time and heartache.
Right, and then pretty soon we would have been burping some imaginary child. What a comfort.
See, that is it. That is exactly what I was talking about, Simon. Those throwaway insults, the cynicism. The fact that you can only concentrate on my insensitivity or the mistakes that I've made or the wrong that I've done you.
That is so not true. I have thanked you 100 times for what you have risked in keeping me from being deported.
That's not all I'm talking about. What about all the dinners that I've cooked you? What about how I painted this place and fixed it up to make it feel like a home? Or the guitar that I bought you? Or maybe how I kept you from going to jail?
I didn't ask you to do any of that. I told you, Katie, I said, go live your life. All right, stop acting like you owe me this blind loyalty, because I don't want it.
I accept the choices I made, Simon. I made this place livable because I wanted to. I stood by you because I wanted to.
So, what?
So, I could have done all those things while I moaned and groaned about how miserable my life was, but I didn't. I took a less than perfect situation and made it livable, and I did it all with a cheerful attitude and a smile. You don't know what it felt like to try and keep my head up while you moped around about Lily Snyder, okay? It was sheer agony. Just go, okay? Just leave Oakdale and take your lousy attitude with you. I'm sure it'll make the next town you live in seem a lot more like home. Right, that's all I wanted to say. I know you think I'm delusional about how things could have been, but I really don't care. Everybody else thinks I'm delusional, so why not you? Wow, I feel a lot better. I really didn't want you to leave town without getting that off my chest.
Look, you're right. You have put a few smiles on his face. Usually for the wrong reason, as you said, but... All right, it's true. Most of the fun I've had in Oakdale has been with you.
You mean it?
Yes. Don't let that turn into hope, all right? I mean, look around. We live next door to a garage. I have been stocking a bar. And you are a beautiful, intelligent woman who has been stuck here playing house. We both deserve so much better than that. And I'm not saying that to let you down easy. It's just what I believe, all right? And you have been a good friend, I mean it.
Thank you.
And you've made me angrier than anyone ever could, ever.
Yeah, I guess the whole fake pregnancy thing wasn't the best idea in the world.
No, not your best. But look, it wasn't because of you that I lost Lily, all right? I realized that after last time I spoke to her. I realized that if I'd left you to go to Canada with her, it would have only been a matter of time before she ran back home, whether you're in my life or not.
Okay, then let's make an agreement. Right here and now.
What?
Okay, I'll admit that I've been a little bit of a brat if you admit that you've been a little bit of a downer. And we don't want to spend your last day in Oakdale fighting over who was more of a drag or not.
No, I don't.
Okay, then don't. Why don't you and I spend the last few hours together and celebrate the times that weren't so bad?
All right, I guess I can do that, yeah.
Okay, no Lily, no INS, just you and me having a few laughs before you go off and break some other poor girl's heart.
All right, it's a deal. All right. I've got a little bit of time left. Let's make the most of it. So I'll go get some stuff from the garage, have a shower, and in the meantime, whatever it is, you work out what we're going to do.
You know that's my specialty. Figuring out just the perfect thing to do.
Please, I'm trying to read.
I think he likes you. You like him back? My name's Trudy. What's yours?
Julia.
So, Julia, what did you do to get locked up in our little nut cluster?
Excuse me. I have visitors.
Hi.
Julia, darling.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi,
honey. I came as soon as I heard.
It's so sweet of you.
I just didn't hear until this morning. I rushed on over and I ran into Lisa downstairs.
Yes, darling, your mother called me and told me that you had committed yourself. Is that really true? Would you excuse us, please? A nice table, huh? Why don't we go sit over here?
You should have a seat.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should be glad that she bothered to call you, huh?
Yes.
She's too ashamed to come and visit her daughter in the loony bin, I suppose.
Julia, now, that is not true. I just know that your mother has had difficulty in trying to get a flight from overseas, that's all.
Of course. Europe is so remote. It's not like they have daily flights on the hour.
How are they treating you in here, honey? Are you getting enough to eat? How about therapy?
You two don't have to worry about me.
Well, now, darling, of course we do worry about you. We're going to worry until we know why you felt it necessary to commit yourself for 24 hours a day.
Well, I did it for my marriage. You know, after I ran away, Jack started acting like I was a millstone around his neck. You know, his wife the burden.
Oh, now, that's not true. Now, darling, you lost your baby, and you've been very depressed. Now, surely Jack wouldn't think of that as a burden.
Of course he does. I mean, I keep him from seeing Carly 24 hours a day, right? That's a burden.
Well, now, did Jack say that?
He didn't have to. I know what you two are thinking. It is not over between Jack and me.
Well, you just said, though, that Jack is seeing Carly, so don't you think you should reconcile yourself to the fact that...
No!
Probably...
No!
Well?
Carly is the one who needs to face reality. Do you know what she did? She snuck in here and tried to attack me. They had to call the police and have them take her away.
Does Jack know about this?
Of course he does. He rushed over just as soon as he found out. He's very protective of me. That's how I know that he hasn't stopped loving me.
Oh, so you feel like there is a chance of a reconciliation, is that it?
He came back. Doesn't that prove that he still believes in our marriage?
Julia, listen to me. There comes a time, honey, when you've got to cut your losses and just walk away.
No! That's your way of dealing with things, not mine.
Julia, think. You got pregnant so you could try to hold on to Jack, and that didn't work out very well, did it? And then you checked yourself into a mental hospital for the same reason? Well, how do you think this is going to work out?
Yes, Reginald, my usual table. I'll be down immediately. I'm meeting a Mr. Cass Winthrop. Okay, thank you. Jennifer, no knock. What a surprise. Come in. You alone?
Well, unlike my mother, I don't need my boyfriend to tell me what to do. I need to talk to you about marrying my mother.
All right, how about dinner tonight?
And what's wrong with now?
I have a business luncheon. Jennifer, if you're concerned about our wedding plans, we're not going to do anything without involving you.
Oh, I'll be involved, all right. Trust me, Craig. If you do plan on going through with this wedding, I'm going to do everything in my power to make you and my mother miserable.
By the time we reach 40, about 40% of us will already have visibly thinning hair.
Shocked? So were we. Because we're women.
Helpless? No, we're not.
Because there's Rogaine.
Rogaine can help us keep the hair we've got. There's hope.
There's help. There's Rogaine.
Rex and the beige carpet. Now, whatever comes in. Oh. New Resolve made just for steam machines gets it out. Sooner or later, you'll need Resolve.
Did you know that the powerful heating medicine in Bengay increases blood flow at the site of application to help ease your aches and pains? Did you also know that Bengay's been scientifically proven to increase range of motion, decrease muscle and arthritis pain, and improve flexibility? And Ultra Strength Bengay has 3 powerful pain-relieving medicines, more than any other leading brand, and that adds up to fast, powerful pain relief. Ultra Strength Bengay, the power you want, the relief you need.
Be real, be free, BK for you.
At Burger King, we got nothing but love for you. So now, every time you buy a tasty flame-broiled Whopper, take your pick of something free. Free bacon and cheese on your Whopper, or a free frozen Coke, or a free Hershey's pie. Feeling free? Yeah, we're feeling it too.
Be good, be good, to go, BK for you.
Toilet training has nothing to do with trains. My best advice is watch out for zippers, jeans, and overalls. This is the toilet. Flush! Don't fall in. You don't want that to happen. This is the sink. Wash your hands and your tongue.
The best advice is always be consistent. Switching back and forth to diapers can actually slow down potty training progress. So stick with pull-ups training pants all the time, and you'll have a big kid in no time.
I'm a big kid now. You can do it. I know you can.
See the movie All Access. Certs presents 15 of music's greatest performers on the giant IMAX screen. And only Certs takes you closer with their Get Close sweepstakes. Enter at Certs.com to win a vacation and meet a rock star. Get close with Certs.
Imagine combining the stain-fighting power of Atwt and freshening power of Listerine. You'd get Atwt Plus. It's extra fresh, and nothing gets your dentures cleaner. Atwt Clean, Listerine Fresh. That's Atwt Plus.
Tonight, a father wishes for his son to see the beauty of Hawaii. Can David Copperfield make that wish come true, traveling 6,000 miles in a flash?
Understand, it's still your fight.
Plus, a mind-blowing performance as David steps into a tornado of fire, live. This is not an illusion, an only David Copperfield special, CBS Tonight.
All the great players in the past have won at Augusta. To stamp, boom, on your career as being something very, very special.
The Masters on CBS.
He was shooting down at me with a nail gun. That's a dance pipeway.
And that, Mr. Joseph, pardon the pun on words, put the nail in your coffin.
Judge Judy. Today at 4 on CBS 2.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain.
Does your internet move you? Get AT&T high-speed cable internet service and download streaming videos in seconds. Nothing brings the web to life like AT&T Roadrunner. Go cable, go faster. Call now for free basic installation of high-speed cable internet service.
Attention, if you purchased a life insurance policy from either of these companies, call 1-866-700-1200 now. You may be entitled to a cash settlement. Call the law firm of Franklin D. Azar & Associates today at 1-866-700-1200 to discuss your rights to receive a cash settlement from these companies. Hurry, time is running out. If you purchased a life insurance policy from Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company or Lincoln National Life Insurance Company, call 1-866-700-1200 now. You may be entitled to a cash settlement. Call Franklin D. Azar & Associates today.
Behind the scenes of David Copperfield's Magic tonight at 5.
The Survivor phenomenon continues Thursday at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Got a light?
Don't smoke.
You got a high-flying bag you want to see take a fall?
What are you doing here?
Putting our plan into motion. What's your excuse for wearing holes in this luxurious carpet?
I'm here with Jennifer. She wanted to talk to my dad and try to convince him not to marry her mom.
I thought we'd taken on that task.
We did, but she just wanted to try it her way first.
I've always had the greatest admiration for some people's commitment to the high road. What, you don't think she'll succeed?
I don't have much hope. With my dad, seduction always wins out over reason.
Good, because our seductress is already here, waiting for the go-ahead.
Well, that didn't take too long. When she knows she's about to ruin my dad's wedding plans, like ruin him big time.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Matter of fact, here she is now. One happy little home wrecker at your service.
Well, my mother's not acting like it now, but she does care what happens to her children, especially her only daughter. See, she's always made a very big deal about me living up to her expectations.
Which are?
What does every mother want for her teenage daughter?
Grammar. Something more personal.
She's told me 1,000,000 times how important it is to save myself for the right man.
Oh, that's good advice.
Maybe. But if she marries you, all bets are off.
So you're going to leverage your innocence?
Think of it as business, Greg. I already told her I would move out of the house, live on my own, support myself if I have to. What she doesn't know is that's only the beginning.
And to keep her virtuous daughter virtuous, you want Barbara to cancel the wedding? How impetuous.
Hardly. I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Jennifer, you really think you're going to hurt anybody but yourself with this?
You two don't care who you hurt, so why should I?
We're going to be family.
Stop saying that. You are not my family, you never will be, and I don't care what some lousy piece of paper says. I had a family, and it was doing fine until you came back to town.
Jennifer, I know you're hurting now.
You don't know the first thing about how I feel.
Well, I know you're angry. Huh? But you don't know the whole story, Jennifer. And divorced children seldom do.
I am not a child. And you would realize that if you thought about someone else besides yourself. I'm not dumb, Craig. I get what's going on here.
What's going on here is your mother and I love each other and we're going to get married.
No. You're going after my mother for her assets.
All right. And her biggest one is her generous spirit.
Yeah. Right. Whatever. You're not going to get away with this, Craig. Bryant and I won't let you. No matter what we have to do.
I may look young, but I still suffer from hot flashes. I discovered a natural way to deal with it. Healthy Woman, from the makers of Monistat.
Healthy Woman's a soy menopause supplement that helps relieve hot flashes and night sweats. Healthy Woman.
My hair feels healthier than before I colored. Casting Color Spa by L'Oreal. It's the gentle, no ammonia color. With essential oils. Healthy color, no grays. Casting Color Spa by L'Oreal Paris. It's healthy color I can feel, and I'm worth it.
You can't fool a migraine. If the stuff you're taking doesn't treat every part of it, you've still got a migraine. That's why I take Excedrin Migraine. I saw here that it's been approved by the FDA for all the symptoms of a migraine. Tylenol isn't. But if you want, give it a try. Me, I'm done fooling around.
Excedrin Migraine. powerful relief.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of the special kind of clean we quilt into every sheet of Quilted Northern. Flat tissue doesn't have it. All that quilting leaves you feeling clean.
Squeaky clean.
Quilted Northern for a quilted clean.
Pepperidge Farm Sausalito cookies. Mounds of chocolate and macadamia nuts. Hey, if you're gonna have a cookie, have a cookie. Pepperidge Farm. Never have an ordinary day.
Oh, I don't believe this.
What? Well, look what she's using to clean that window. Windex. Ain't that what they're supposed to use?
Well, yeah, if you want a clean window. Ah, look at him, huh? He's got that other stuff nice and streaky. Oh, come on. Windex even cleans what the other stuff leaves behind.
So?
So, a bird could get hurt flying into a window like that.
The difference is clear. For a streak-free shine every time, Windex is best on glass.
What's this? New mountainberry scent. Fresh.
We call it golden rice because it has beta-carotene. This golden rice could prevent blindness in millions of the world's children.
Thanks to biotech medicines, Maria's cancer is in remission, and she's back on the team.
From medicine to agriculture, biotechnology is providing solutions that are improving lives today and could improve our world tomorrow.
Men wanted her. Women wanted to be her. But no one really knew her. Imagine if Marilyn Monroe could tell you all of her secrets.
My mother didn't know how to be a mother to me.
On May 13th, she will.
I don't know which one, so you're both about to become father.
From the best-selling novel by Joyce Carol Oates.
These people are exploiting you.
Comes the confessions of a legend.
Here I am, President's wind-up sex toy.
Blonde, CBS Sunday, May 13th.
You are supposed to be my best friend, Barbara. I can't believe that you're accusing me of enduring this nightmare in order to manipulate my husband. I am not a liar. I am a good person. I am someone who would go to the ends of the earth for the people that I love.
I know that, and everyone does. I didn't mean to upset you. I just wanted to make sure that you have thought all of this through. That's all. And Julia, I know that you're a good person. I didn't mean to imply that you're not. You're the best.
I want you to understand.
Oh, darling, we do understand. We really do.
Yes. And besides, I can't have you in here. I need both of you to stand by my side when I marry Craig.
You're marrying Craig?
Yes, I am. And I want you both to stand up for me.
And you support this? She is throwing over the man that she has loved for years and jumping into another marriage, and you don't have anything to say about it?
I think perhaps this is a topic for another day, don't you? And now, remember the doctor said that you're supposed to get some rest and take it easy, and we're not to overtire you. We should really be leaving, don't you think so?
Julia, it's time for your afternoon session. I didn't mean to upset you.
You didn't. I just want everything to be all right, you know? Like it used to be.
You just do what the doctors tell you to, and everything will be just like it was.
Mm-hmm. Take care of yourself.
I will.
You seem a little agitated. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Yes, the dark-haired woman, her name is Barbara Ryan, and, if she comes back, would you tell her I don't want any visitors? I don't want to see her for a while.
What kind of operation is this? She can't be used as the bait.
She is perfectly capable of handling the job.
But there's no way my dad is ever gonna go for it.
Why not?
He knows Ruby. Ruby, she knows you're the one that conned me into taking that money from Java Underground.
Precisely. Therefore, he has no reason to suspect that you and Ruby are working together.
Since Craig knows I'm the one who got me in trouble, I can use it to get close to him.
How?
Your father's a smart man. Smart men are always curious. I'm betting his curiosity about me, my motives, well, anyway, it will get the better of him.
Mr. Frank, Mr. Montgomery is on his way down for lunch. He's reserved his usual table.
Thank you very much. Now's our chance.
Don't do anything yet. Just wait a couple minutes, okay?
Why?
Because Jennifer's upstairs talking to my dad.
Brian's waiting for a minor miracle.
Hey, that is Jennifer's mother. If she sees me over here with you guys, we're dead.
Nothing quite as ugly as Mummy finding out her daughter's boyfriend is planning to ruin her nuptials. I suggest you go fetch your lady love and make a discreet departure.
All right, I'm gonna head up the back way before her mother gets there, all right?
Oh, we'll be waiting on your word.
Let me go check in with Craig. I'll be right back, okay?
You and Brian won't let me, Jennifer? Thought this was all you.
It is. Brian's just as disgusted as I am. My your own son thinks you're a monster. Nothing to laugh about. He sees what you've done to my family and he hates it. He hates you for it. Marrying my mother is only going to drive him so far away from you that you will never get him back.
Jennifer, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. But you can't lay the blame of your family's breakup on me.
You stepped right into the middle of it. It didn't have a chance.
I didn't break up your family, Jennifer. I think Hal did that.
That wasn't his fault.
No? Okay, how about last summer? For example, the car accident. Hal went nuts. He came down pretty hard on Brian. You too.
So?
You were grounded. Your boyfriend was arrested. You couldn't be trusted around Parker. How do you think that made your mother feel, watching you be treated like that? It killed her, watching you suffer because of Hal.
He was worried about Parker. Why shouldn't he be? Parker's his son.
And you're Barbara's daughter. She was upset. Can you understand why she might turn to somebody who didn't blame her daughter?
I can't believe this. You're actually trying to blame my parents' breakup on me.
Jennifer, you're not hearing me. This is just one more incident of Hal lashing out. Barbara wanted to shelter you, but his anger was just too much, so she looked for someone to protect her, and that was me.
Brian said you'd do this. He said you'd twist everything around. You've broken my family, and you actually have the nerve to stand there like some hero, making me feel like dirt. I can't believe I was actually
Is that what you
dumb
think
enough
of this?
to think that I could get
Jennifer, you're not dumb.
Oh, shut up!
It took a...
Shut up! I hate you! I hate you with such a passion! You're such a horrible... Absolute...
Excuse me.
No!
Brian.
Are you okay? You all right? What did he say to you? Huh?
You tried to blame me for my parents' breakup.
Jennifer,
Save it, Dad. Save it.
Stood. I was not blaming you.
Save it. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on.
You're right. I should have never come here. I should have just stayed home. I should have listened to you. He's such an evil, hateful man, and I will never forgive him for this.
Whoa!
What the... Are you all right?
Mm-hmm. You try blowing up this many balloons and the time it takes someone to take a shower.
Where did you find all these?
Remember those Valentine's Day balloons I got you, which you ignored?
Katie.
Sorry, no bad reminders. I had a bunch left over, and this helium thing, which has totally run out, so I started blowing them up myself. See? I told you I'd provide some fun.
Whoa, turning this place into a circus tent is what, your idea of fun?
Oh, you have become such a wet blanket since you moved to this town. We have to release your inner child, frown clown.
What?
Frown clown.
Oh, that's real good, Miss Bubble Brain.
Koala boy.
Now that's original. Koala boy, that's real good.
Uh-huh.
You want to walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Come on.
You got to walk.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
way to change, to feel good about yourself. After I turned 40, I gained weight. I was not going to accept that. So I lost 32 pounds on this Slim Fast plan. Wow, I am so proud to say I'm a grandmother. I feel energized. I feel healthy. I have a new confidence in myself. I have a Slim Fast for lunch every day. It is wonderful. It's got vitamins, minerals, protein, and calcium, which is so important. I know that I'm doing something good for myself.
Slim Fast, every day. Get healthy.
Anybody can do this.
When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get a sensation that, well, I'm just glad I get a sensation.
York peppermint patty. Get the sensation.
See how beautiful 60 can look. See how invisible osteoporosis can be. If you're over 60, there's a nearly 1 in 2 chance you have it. So ask your doctor about a bone density test and treatments that can help.
Has my attitude changed since I saw my first tiny line? No, only my makeup. Smooth Result Age Minimizing Makeup, new from Maybelline. It smooths away those first little lines that you can definitely live without. It's weightless, packed with moisture, all the right vitamins, and some serious sun protection. The result? A fresh, smooth, naturally glowing you. New Smooth Result Age Minimizing Makeup from Maybelline. Now that's smooth.
Maybe she's born with Maybelline.
It was a big weekend. Bummer. Big bummer. I needed a pad. My sister says, why wear a pad that feels like a diaper? Then she gives me a Playtex tampon. Major difference. Playtex Gentle Glide tampon. So comfortable, you can't even feel them.
Wisdom from the woods.
New Love to Hug Pooh. He knows when you hug him.
Snugglier, please.
And even asks for more.
Even snugglier.
New Love to Hug Tigger, Pooh, and Piglet. Group hug.
Colgate Total, the only toothpaste that gives you 12-hour protection, would like to announce another breakthrough. Whiter teeth. Introducing new Colgate Total Plus Whitening. Still fights plaque, tartar buildup, bad breath, even gingivitis. And whitens too. New Colgate Total Plus Whitening. The same 12-hour protection as Colgate Total, only whiter.
Sharon Newman is being played
I don't know what I'd do without you, Carter.
by a double-dealing madman.
You're playing a very dangerous game. Are you questioning my motives where Sharon is concerned?
Now, what he does next
Soon it's going to be just you and me.
is everything.
What do you say, huh? Your house? Tonight?
This week on The Young and the Restless.
So we do now that you've released my inner child.
I don't know, I didn't really think that far ahead.
Katie,
What?
I'm still leaving town.
I know.
I'm not coming back.
You don't have to.
So I can't think about what happens to you after this.
I don't care, Simon. I don't care.
Good.
Barbara, Craig can wait. Come on. Don't you know that women are far more alluring to men when we make them wait? Let me buy you lunch.
Okay. Okay, I haven't had a bite all day. I'm starved.
Good, because I want to talk to you about this wedding.
Hey, why don't you go wait in the car? I'll be right out.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Don't worry, I won't be too long. All right.
Oh dear, what a pity. I'm guessing your little miracle was short a few loaves.
The plan's a go.
You sure? Once you're in, there's no turning back.
I don't care. I want my dad to pay for what he's done.
Everything's in place. Outfit's perfect. The hair. Yeah. You can do a run-through in your mind.
Lay off. I know what I'm doing.
Good. Because the man of the hour has arrived.
Oh, thank you.
Curtains up, my little starlet. Your captive audience has been seated, and you're about to give the performance of a lifetime.
We know scar tissue makes sense, especially since it's never been softer. So when we hear about a town that hasn't tried it yet, we take things into our own hands. You know, spread the word. Scott is still 1,000 sheets long, which means it lasts and lasts. And it's the softest Scott tissue ever. So if you haven't tried Scott lately, we'll get to you. Sooner or later, we get to almost everybody. Scott tissue. It's common sense on a roll.
Are you a veteran of the allergy wars? Do your eyes get itchy, red, and watery? Finally, relief is in sight. There's Patanol for fast, long-lasting relief, prescribed by doctors more than any other eye allergy medicine. Some people may experience a headache, burning, or stinging. You can use Patanol 10 minutes before putting in contact lenses. Ask your doctor about Patanol. Your battle is over. Relief is in sight.
Dream, 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 dream.
Suddenly, a lot of people are dreaming about milk and all the great things that go along with it. The reason is simple. Lactate milk. Lactate is real milk, delicious, refreshing, and easy for you to digest naturally, so you can stop dreaming and start enjoying with Lactate milk. Lactate is just another name for milk.
Is facial hair keeping you from getting this close?
Vanica.
It doesn't have to. Vanica is not a hair remover. It's totally different. Vanica is the first prescription cream that actually slows the growth of unwanted facial hair in women. So you may be less bothered by it. Some women may experience mild tingling, burning, stinging, or rash. Ask your doctor about Vanica. Vanica. Because up close is up to you.
Vanica.
Tell me that's not for us, Chuck.
It's not. But that is...
Whiskas home-style favorites. Meals with homemade taste, like you'd make. Slow-cooked and sealed in the Flavor Lock pouch.
Should we save him some?
Whiskas, what cats want.
Bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. At bat, Derek Jeter.
Find the winning Ritz Cracker and the real Derek Jeter or Ken Griffey Jr. will come play ball in your backyard.
The victim was from an upstanding Catholic family. The suspect was the city's most powerful attorney. But how do you prove a murder when there's no body and no evidence?
There's not a hair on a brush. There's not a lipstick smear.
Based on a true story.
I'm getting closer, Capano.
Who's gonna blame you for the murder? I'd never let her go. CBS Wednesday.
Jennifer Aniston in Vanity Fair. What she said about Gwyneth Paltrow.